Okay, so one of the questions that a lot of my students ask me is, how do I memorize the fretboard? Let me first say this. There's a lot of info online and all about concerning doing that very thing, but really the question is, how do I learn the fretboard? How do I find out where all the C notes are? That comes with time, okay? Actually memorizing the fretboard is something that comes with time. But what you really want to do is learn the fretboard, find out where all those notes are. And there's actually a pretty easy way to do it. I'm not going to get into the musical alphabet too much. I mean, we're going to do that, but I'm not going to talk about how some notes can be both flats and sharps and so on and so forth. The fact of the matter is that guitar players generally learn the fretboard in a certain way. And in fact, if you use certain tablature software and you play the 11th fret on the top string, the actual musical notation on that will appear as an E flat. Same thing at the 6th fret. It will appear as a B flat. So we're going to name those notes exactly as they are most commonly used, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the top string, the 6th string, and that is an E string, of course. If you don't know the names of the strings, you definitely want to learn that first. The first string, the bottom string, is E, followed by B, G, D, A, and then finally another E. Okay, so we're going to start with the top string, which is an E, and you want to memorize. This is the part you do want to memorize, the top string. Okay, so it's an E followed by F, 1st fret, F sharp, 2nd fret, G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, E flat, and finally E again at the 12th fret. The double dots on most guitars in the universe. And then the sequence just repeats from there. E, F, F sharp, G, and so on and so forth. Now, being that the top string and the bottom string are both E's, you've just learned 2 strings. But what I'm going to show you here is how to learn 3 strings at a time. Okay, we know the top string is E. Skipping a string, moving to the 4th string on the 2nd fret, that's also an E. And then the bottom string, the 1st string open, is an E as well. All of those are E's. So now we move to the 1st fret on the top string. We skip a fret and a string. So I'm on the 4th string now. And then the bottom string, 1st fret. Okay, that shape, that configuration with your fingers gives you 3 strings at once. Those are all F notes. Then we move to the 2nd fret. We already know that's an F sharp, and we do the same configuration. Those are all F sharps. G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, E flat, and E. Okay, so 3 strings at a time. That's a very efficient way to learn the fretboard. All right, so now we move to the A string, the 5th string on the guitar, and we're going to use octaves again, which is what we did in the previous example, to conquer 2 strings at a time. So we know this is an A string, and the 2nd fret on the 3rd string is also an A. So we move to the first fret on the A string, and we know that the sequence goes E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B flat, B. So the first note is an A, the open string, and of course the first fret would then be a B flat. So we do the same thing again. We skip a fret and a string, and we've got two B flat notes right there. B, C, C sharp, D, E flat, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. So now we move to the D string, the fourth string on the guitar. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we know that the note following D is E flat. So the very first fret on that string will be E flat, okay? But first, let's talk about those octaves again. So for an open D string, the octave to it, another D, is located on the third fret on the second string. Those are both D notes. So then E flat is the first note on the first fret on the D string. So this time we skip 2 frets because of the way the guitar is tuned, and we're skipping a string as usual. So we're on the second from the bottom string, and those are both E flat notes. Then it's E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, and D. So basically what we've done is we've learned the fretboard using 2 to 3 strings at a time. And all you need to memorize is that basic chromatic pattern starting with the top string. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and so on and so forth, okay? And then from there you can identify the other notes. F, those are all Fs, Gs, and so on and so forth. Anyway, I hope that helps, and remember, actually memorizing the fretboard, knowing every B note, comes with time, but this is a great way to identify the actual note names on the different strings, okay? Howard's always playing that damn guitar. It's so noisy around here. I really wish he'd find something else to do.